Okay, so today we are really diving deep, like really deep into this whole world of AI chatbots.
Hmm.
And get this, there's this company, Stork Inc Media Plus. They're saying they can seriously boost conversions like way up in just 90 days. 90 days or your money back.
Wow, that's a bold move.
I know, right? That's quite a guarantee, especially with all this AI stuff. It's kind of unpredictable, right?
You're telling me it's not exactly a sure thing, this AI?
So that's why we're doing this deep dive. We're going right to the source, their website, social media, even like a newsletter thing they have.
Oh, yeah, gotta see what they're really saying.
Exactly. We got to see if they can walk the walk. And this is like potentially huge EE tech we're talking about.
It really is, and we gotta be careful, really critical about their claims. Gotta look at the good and eat the bad, so you listening can figure out, hey, is this Stork Inc. thing right for my business?
So let's break it down. Stork Inc Media Plus, they're all about AI, chatbots, and automation, right? But they seem to be really pushing this whole custom tailored approach, which, okay, everyone says they do custom now, but
But is it really custom?
right. So the thing that caught my eye, they've got this Abel Garza. He's like their expert, but his background is in, get this, virtual learning environments. Not your usual chatbot guy, right?
It's pretty different, I'll give you that. But, and hear me out here, that experience he has, like designing those engaging virtual learning things, that could be massive for chatbots. Think about it, user experience, keeping people interested, that translates perfectly to making a chatbot that's actually helpful, not just a robot.
You know what? That's a really good point. It's like taking the best parts of how we learn online and using it to talk to customers. And speaking of which, this Garza guy, his bio really talks up his, what does it say, managing multiple simultaneous projects.
That stuck out to me too. It's subtle, but it screams organized and efficient, which, let's be real, is what you want when AI is handling your sales.
No one wants a chatbot having a meltdown because it's got too much on its plate.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've got custom solutions. We've got a guy who can apparently juggle like 5 things at once. But what about the actual chatbot? What's it like to use E? Their marketing, it's all the buzzwords, innovative, customized. But how are they different?
That's the million-dollar question, right?
Yeah.
These days, anyone can slap a chatbot on a website and call it a day. We need to know what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, like, are we talking fancy algorithms or just a bunch of pre-programmed responses?
And what does innovative even mean in this context? Are they really pushing the boundaries?
All good questions. And here's another one I had while we're on the topic of digging deeper. They keep mentioning this global impact, but then they also highlight specifically San Luis Potosi. It's like, are they a global company or are they still figuring things out?
Hmm, it's a good catch. Makes you think about how far they actually reach right now and if they can even handle growth. Like, if most of your business isn't in San Luis Potosi, what are they going to do for you?
It's like saying you're the world's best pizza when you've only got one location? And speaking of locations, what about the most important location, the bottom line? They've got this one customer testimonial. They claim a 30% increase in conversions.
30%, that's huge. But come on, let's be real. Is that typical, or did they just pick the best example for their website?
It's easy to get excited about this stuff. AI is cool, but we need more to go on. What would be more convincing?
Case studies, for sure.
Yeah.
Show me different examples, not just the good ones.
Yeah, show me the struggles, show me how they help fix problems, give me the full picture.
Exactly.
It's like the proof is in the pudding, right? One good review doesn't mean much.
Exactly. And speaking of proof, I noticed something in this Garza guy's bio. He keeps mentioning safety, like standards and protocols.
Oh yeah, now that you mention it, it's like he's already thinking about people who are scared to trust AI, which, let's be real, is a lot of businesses.
Right. Like, hey, we're not just going to unleash a robot on your customers and peace out.
More like, we'll hold your hand through this whole AI thing.
Exactly. And that actually goes back to the custom thing we were talking about.
Yeah.
It's not just about the chatbot sounding like your brand, but making sure the AI is playing by the rules.
It's like picking a co-pilot. You don't just want someone who can fly the plane. You want someone who's not going to freak out when turbulence hits.
Totally. So the question is, does their marketing actually show this? Or is it all just, like, hype?
Their website's slick. Gotta give them that. All these pictures of, like, rockets and stuff.
But is it more than just looks?
Mhm.
That's what I want to know.
Right. A fancy website doesn't mean those chatbots are actually good.
So listeners, here's the deal. We've given you some things to think about, but don't just take our word for it.
Don't just take their word for it either.
Exactly. Ask the hard questions, look for those case studies, make sure they can back it up.
Look for reviews, compare them to other companies doing this chatbot thing.
Because at the end of the day, this is a big decision. Picking the AI that's going to run your business.
Mm.
You need someone who gets you, who has the same values, and who can actually do what they promise.
And speaking of doing what they promise, let's talk about their social media, because that's where things got a little weird for me. Social media, yeah, that's where I was like, hold on, what's going on here?
Really? How so?
Okay, so you've got Abel Garza, right? He's posting these like little lessons almost about managing projects, about e-learning. It's like he's giving you a peek behind the curtain.
He's smart. He's not just selling. He's giving out good info for free, right?
Yeah.
People see that. They trust him more. They think, hey, if that's what he shares publicly.
Yeah, like imagine what he's doing behind closed doors, right?
Exactly. But then you've got the official Stork Inc Media Plus posts, the ones with the, what is it, AVA, ARQ, Able G at the bottom. And it's like totally different.
Night and day.
Like way more corporate, all these technical terms.
Like two different companies. So which one, ISAS, the real Stork Inc Media Plus, the friendly expert guy, or the jargon robots?
That's what throws me off. If I was a customer, I'd be wondering, who am I actually going to be working with?
It's like going to a restaurant because you saw this amazing chef's Instagram, and then the menu is all like hot dogs and stuff.
You said it. It all comes back to, is everything matching up? Actions, words, what they show online. It all needs to be telling the same story, you know?
Otherwise, how do you know who to trust, right?
Exactly. Trust is huge EE, especially with something as new as AI, right?
Okay, so we've gone through a lot, T, with this Stork Inc Media Plus deep dive.
We really dug in.
Bold promise, interesting expert guy.
Slick website.
But some things just weren't adding up for me, especially on social media.
So listeners, here's the takeaway. Don't just go off the shiny stuff, the promises, dig a little deeper, like we did.
Ask yourself, do their values match your values? Because once you hand over your business to AI, there's no going back.
That's a great point. And here's something else to think about. What if Stork Inc does work? What if your sales go through the roof? Are you ready for that?
Whoa, that's something I didn't even consider.
Because sometimes too much success too fast, that could be a problem too. Something to think about, right?
That is something to think about. So until next time, keep those questions coming, and we will see you here on the deep dive.